Should OTs take spine courses? Well, I'm going to share with you my take on it.
Let's be honest, you've had those patients, the one who's been through everything, carpal tunnel surgery that didn't help, epicondylitis that flares up no matter what you do, shoulder pain that won't behave, and thumb pain that keeps coming back. That's because the hand is where it hurts, but it's not where the problem starts. Huang created the Spine-Hand Connection to give you the system that you've been missing. Join us in Austin on September 12th and 13th, where she will be covering spine anatomy that drives upper extremity symptoms, evaluation and differential testing so you can prove what's actually going on, and treatments that address the root cause, not just the symptoms. You've seen the pattern for years, now get the framework to finally fix them. The link is in the description for full details.
I have a therapist who sent me a question. Let me find that question. And this is in relation to the context of this is I am teaching a spine to hand connection course, and she wanted my help to help her decide if this course is correct for her. And this is what she said. The PTs in my clinic treat most of the shoulder diagnosis and any possible cervical involvement. I refer to them. What would you suggest? So the context of this is I am teaching a spine to hand connection course. It's a cervical thoracic assessment and treatment for your hand, elbow, and shoulder cases. My name is Huang. I'm an occupational therapist and certified hand therapist, and I've been in practice for over 25 years. I became a certified hand therapist 20 years ago. Actually, this year is going to be 20 years, got to renew. And I am teaching this class. And so she was like, oh, this sounds kind of interesting. Maybe I should look into this course. And I love the fact that she sent me an email asking if this is right for her. So I wanted to make this video for you. If you're an occupational therapist and you're like, should I or do I take a course on like the spine? So this course very specifically is in learning about your cervical and thoracic spine, the nerves that come out of your neck that come down into your arms. So you have to know some nerve stuff. Well, that's what I'm going to teach. You don't have to come in knowing. I'm going to teach on it, and then I'm going to teach the connection between certain cervical issues, thoracic issues that affect the hand. So first we have to understand certain anatomy, then we have to understand clinical testing, and in the clinical testing then we're going to be able to treat. Normally I teach a manual therapy course. This is going to have some manual component for the spine, but I'm going to use it to help you treat hand, wrist, shoulder, elbow, shoulder cases, especially when they come from the spine. So here is my response to her. And I think if you're an occupational therapist and you're thinking, well, I want to be a hand therapist, why should I take a spine class, or should I take a spine course? And so my question to her was, do you want to get to the root cause of some of your shoulder, elbow, wrist, and hand issues that you know are stemming from the neck and thoracic spine, right? So you're treating these cases and you're like, I don't seem to get any results, or I'm not getting good enough results, and I think it's coming from the spine. Think about the different diagnoses that you're treating that could be coming from the spine. Any nerve issues, your carpal tunnels, your cubital tunnels, your radial tunnels, right? You fundamentally know it's coming from the freaking spine, but yet you can't treat it. So you can either sit there and say, I don't know how to treat it and I don't want to treat it, I'm going to defer or refer to someone else. And that's okay. I'm not judging. I'm just simply asking you this question so you can ask yourself. Because if you're interested in learning how to get to the root cause of it so that you can differentiate it, so that you can say, well, this is my part in the rehab recovery process, and then this is their part in the rehab recovery. Like, so I just want to push it to PTs. You can totally do that. You can be the OT that says, well, I want to learn how to differentiate it because I want to get to the root cause of it, and then I myself want to treat it so that I can keep it cohesive for my patients and get results. If the answer is yes, you should consider taking this course or a course that's similar that connects the spine. One of the reasons why I've created this course, and I'm like really passionate about it, inside my programs, is because there's a lot of patients that come to us for hand and arm issues, and then over a period of time develop chronic issues that kind of stem from shoulder, neck, thoracic issues. If you think about all the anatomy, your pecs, it connects to your sternum, which is, connected to your collarbone. It's just like the only spot that your whole arm connects to your body. Like your whole arm sits and it's only connected to your skeletal system by this point. So everything else is muscle related. Your pecs, so many of your shoulder muscles are connected to your ribs. I mean, when I talk about serratus anterior, when I talk about shoulder problems, and I talk about the serratus anterior because that's such a freaking problem, like the serratus anterior is connected, originates from, like your ribs. Look at your traps. You have your upper, your middle, and your lower, right? Your upper, your middle, and your lower, and all that shit from the neck all the way down your spine. That's where it's connected. And then, that's where it starts. And then it's just connected to your shoulders, right? Like your whole arm is hanging on by these muscles. And so there is a connection. You have to decide if you want to learn what that is and how to treat it. Second question you want to ask yourself: would you like to use the spine to help you get better and faster results for some of your hand to shoulder patients? Like, do you want to? Because I know for me, and this is like the course that I'm developing, is due to the fact that I needed to tie the components together for OTs and hand therapists instead of taking all of these extensive spine courses. Like I've taken extensive spine courses, and so many of them don't ever relate back to the hand. Some courses might be like, yeah, we know about hands. It's the same. Hold on. It's not the same. Right? So if you're talking about chronic issues, maybe it's the same. But we have so many surgical cases, like as a hand therapist. We have chronic cases, we have surgical cases, we have chronic cases that can become surgical cases if we're not able to treat them, if we're not able to help them, right? It's really incredible what you can do for your hand to shoulder cases. I'm going to tell you a specific example myself. I was working with this neurosurgeon. A neurosurgeon comes, he's 51 years old, thumb pain. And it's very specific. It's right-handed, but I'm going to show you on my left hand because that's how I draw, right? It's a very specific spot. It's either here or right, like right here, right? It's kind of at the base. It's not quite your CMC, right? But it looks and feels like could be the scaphoid area, right? No problems, no injury, just like I have thumb pain. I have pain at the base of my thumb, and I think it's arthritis. I'm like, dude, come on now. You're too young for arthritis. Sorry, I kind of know this person, all right? So I'm not going to go into medical history, but we should think about medical history. Right? I'm looking at his hands, no arthritis in sight, no bony changes, just an overdeveloped thumb muscle because as a neurosurgeon, you're going in there and you're holding on to stuff. And he's like, yeah, I just feel like some thumb pain, like it's achy and, we've had this conversation years ago. I said, you don't have arthritis, dude. Now, you can go and get an x-ray to confirm or deny that you have arthritis, but as we age, our joints change, right? So if you look, someone's going to be like, you have mild arthritis. It's just a compression of the joints. So I'm like, dude, you don't have arthritis. I take it, I grind it. No grind, no sharp pain, no mild pain, no sounds, no crepitus. I look at the thumb range of motion, no limited range of motion. I look at the wrist, no limited range of motion there, but there's pain. And I'm like, dude, it's coming from your neck, right? It's coming from your neck. And he's sitting there arguing. I'm like, listen, you can either take my word and let me freaking treat you, or you can sit here and complain about your freaking thumb pain, right? So I go and I do some treatments and show him, and I mean literally only 5 reps and I got it better. And he's like, oh, I still feel it, but it's better, right? Do a couple more reps and it's better and better. And I'm telling you, I'm not sitting there massaging his hand. Why? Because I want to say 5 or 7 years ago, we had the same conversation about the thumb. And I thought it was just muscular in nature because the thumb, because he's right hand dominant, his right thumb is like bigger, right? He's more developed thumb wise, forearm wise. I'm like, oh, it's probably just muscular. So I had him doing the cross friction massage, the ice massage, and it did help for a certain amount of time, but as he's gotten older. So anyway, I started to treat his neck and his thoracic, and boom, it got better. And I'm arguing with this neurosurgeon just because he happens to be my brother. So I'm like, you can't tell me nothing. You cannot tell me nothing. So anyway, if you are interested, right, if you as an occupational therapist, if you would like to use the spine to help get better and faster results for some of your hand to shoulder cases, some of your hand to shoulder patients, then the spine to hand connection course would be great for you. As occupational therapists, we're not manipulating. So there's a difference between mobilization and a difference between manipulation. So mobilization is taking a joint and moving the joint in a low load, soft way. If a joint cracks, it cracks. It's just gas, not a big deal. Manipulation means you're taking it, you're placing it in a position, and you're giving it velocity, right? Velocity. So it's fast, rapid, and then you get that big crack. Physical therapists do it, chiropractors do it. Occupational therapists, by our scope of practice, we cannot do it, right? And so I'm not teaching that, right? I personally don't think I want to do that for the neck anyway, but I don't care what you like. I don't care what I like. We as OTs don't do that. So I'm not teaching that. But I do know that there's a lot of hand, wrist, elbow, shoulder connection that if we can rule out the neck, or if we can involve it in our treatment process, you're going to get better results. You're going to get faster results, and your patient's going to be happy with you, and you're going to be happy with the results that you get them. So the course is more than just shoulders. This course allows you to clinically test and determine what comes from the spine or what contributes to chronic issues of the hand. You'll learn movements and treatment methods to get better results for your patients. You can also learn when to refer to PTs when they are completely cervical and you decide you don't want to treat that. Like, wouldn't you sound much more confident of like, I have done X, Y, and Z. This is a cervical or whatever spine case, and you as a physical therapist can have that. So you can tell them very specifically what you have found, what you have done, and what they, almost essentially what they need to focus on to get the hand better. The problem sometimes that I have seen, and this is why my practice includes a lot more spine now, just because we have certain cases that like we're not able to get results unless I treat the spine. And then what happens is, you know, in the past, like when I first started, I would refer out, but then the PTs that I was referring out to would never consider their hand and arm. So patients feel like they're not getting listened to. So when my patients come to me, I might use the spine to treat them, but I take everything back to their hand and arm problems. I take everything back to their hand and arm problems, back to what they told me that they cannot do. And sometimes when I refer out to someone else, they're not able to do that. They're just looking at pain. They're like, oh, they don't have pain there, and they don't have pain there. They don't have pain along their spine, so they need to go to an OT. So patients sort of get like lost in the system of how you're dividing up the body. And so this course is very specific for therapists who want to be able to treat more holistically, more completely. And listen, if you work in an environment where the PTs are very collaborative, this is an opportunity for you to know exactly when to refer to someone. This course specifically is to bridge the gap for our patients when PTs refer to OTs for hands, and then because OTs can't figure out the hand stuff, refer back to PT. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, to bridge that gap so that you can provide a more complete approach for your patients. I'm hoping that those questions and this perspective resonates with this person that sent it. And if this resonates with you as well, and your answers are like, yes, Juan, that makes sense. Yes, Juan, like I want to do that. I'm going to include the links below for the spine course. We are making this video in April of 2026. And so the only course that is in 2026 is going to be in Austin in September. So if you see this in time, class is already starting to fill up. So if you're interested, grab the details and register if you want. After that, I don't know when I'm going to teach it, where I'm going to teach it, but I will teach it again because I think it's a really important topic. If you're studying to become a certified hand therapist, there's a great course for you to come to. I'm going to cover a lot of nerves. I'm going to cover brachial plexus. I'm going to cover dermatome. It's going to have a lot of clinical testing. So if that's your area of weakness and you're starting to become a certified hand therapist, this can be great for you as well. If this does not resonate with you and you're answering no, like I don't want to get to the root cause, I only treat hand and wrist cases and I don't want to know anything else, this course is not for you. Don't grab the details. Don't register. There's a gazillion other courses that you can take, but that's the truth of it, right? So I hope this helped. Like, subscribe, do all the things. Leave me questions below if you have any. And then if you want to work with me or look at any of the other courses and programs I have, the links are below. All right, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.